Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adjacent with Jace, the tabletop interview review show for The Adventures in Thoria, brought to you by the Black Tower Stories. I am, of course, your host, Jace. And with me today, popping spells like they're Skittles, making them sleep like they were little, low on time, and in a bind has just a spell that rends minds while you worry about whirlpools. His focus is on circles, casting spells that DM hates by fireball when there is haste. Lightning bolt is just for show, wreck the fight by dropping slow. If you're ready, here we go. My special guest is my friend Kilmo.
Hey. I like that intro.
Howdy doody.
Goes pretty good. Chilling. Just got home. Decided to jump on and do Adjacent with Jace.
Oh, good. I was worried that you forgot that it was.
I would never.
Well, thank you for showing up today, Kilmo. I appreciate it. Sorry, everyone, for the delay. There was an issue with my authentication on here. I had to go and put the keys in and authenticate it through our two-factor identification, which is good because we had an issue apparently yesterday where Twitch got a lot of stuff hacked, but no issues today. Our passwords are still up and minor delay, no major issues. But thank you, chat, for showing up. Feel free to ask all kinds of questions you want for this wacky wizard inflatable arm flailing low hit point man. And if you have questions for Izal the Tank, you can ask me that as well. Preface the thingy with the Q for then the person, or both, and we'll take all of those answer questions and we'll get them together and we'll ask them as they come in. I got some questions curated as well as a couple of stats. Not a lot. Making fun of Calum for not doing damage is fun, but it's kind of pointless after 18 sessions.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Kilmo?
Useless.
Useless. It's about damn time. Don't worry. We're going to fight something in the air, and I'm going to run out of javelins and spears. So then I'll feel useless.
It happens. I'm just waiting for, like, between the 10 to 15 range when you get mind controlled. Because that's going to happen, and somebody's going to have to deal with you.
That's where you try to just Tasha his. That's when you hideous laughter me. Then like
that's when I mind control you back.
It's like you just need to go to sleep, like funny bone sleep, not sleep. You have too many hit points for sleep. Speaking of hit points, what is the measurement of Calum now that we just hit level 4? If you all did not catch it at the end of the last session, Lunar Waters is the title for episode 18. And we all hit level 4 at the end of it. We don't know what the hell happened to Gorbek yet. He might be still level 3. Poor sucker. But
it's possible. It depends on what quest he's doing down there. But as Calum is rolling for his health, I rolled max, so it's now 28.
A 6. Very nice.
Yes.
My average is 7 automatically, so I could never. That D12 hit die.
Yeah, I got plus 8 hit points, which is really nice.
I mean, your Arthur is still slightly ahead of you.
49, I believe.
You two.
He was very upset when his hit points didn't update before he realized that he had to put it in manually.
The manual one. I'm sitting at a nice 51 hit points because at level 4, did you get an ASI? Did you pick ASI or a feat?
It's me. I will choose one one ASI, um, going up to level 18, going up to level 16.
So you picked increase your intelligence.
No, I picked feet.
What'd you pick? Oh, you're not
That
gonna
I'm not
tell
going to
us?
tell you
Okay.
yet.
All right, you won't tell
This
us.
time I'm not going to tell you because of
Okay.
what me and Eric discussed.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess. And throw it out there because I've got a very good encyclopedic mind of all the feats in Dungeons and Dragons because I'm a loser. It's a feat based off of a book talking to you. So I'm gonna say it is the telepathic or telekinetic feat.
No, I thought about the telekinetic one, but I chose a different route.
Okay. You don't have to tell me anymore.
Yeah, and it is not the staple.
The Staples Warcaster, right?
Well, yeah, it's not that.
Yeah. Okay. I picked ASI and bumped my con up by 2 points because it increases my AC and increases my hit points, and 51's a good number to look at level 4. And I almost has twice as many hit points as half the party.
Yeah,
Good times.
You certainly have been soaking a lot of the damage recently.
Yeah.
I think the DM has finally realized that needs to be taken into account.
Oh, I took all those monsters on at the same time, but the problem is when I'm dealing 1 point, 2 point, and get hit 8 times, that's not enough to take the hit points down. If it's on any of you guys, it's dealing like 4 or 5 points, and that's like a quarter of your hit points. That's
well, that and I don't get it reduced by half. You do, and also you can take all 5 of those and eventually whittle them down enough to where you're fine.
Yeah.
I take 1 or 2 of them, and
oh Lord, it's this. I'm coming for you, Elizabeth. Oh, it's the big one.
I'm going night.
You stubbed your toe on a Shifero. You're fine. Gorbeck, save me. All right. Yeah, keep your secrets then, wizard.
Yes.
Insert meme.
It'll come out pretty soon, probably.
It'll happen within 5 minutes of the next session.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have some questions that have rolled in right off the beginning of it, so we'll dive into those real quick and see what we got. Question for both of us: describe your character's perfect vacation. Oh, that's. I'll try to go first. Give you some time, as ad-libbing is a special skill of mine. Izal's perfect idea of vacation is she's a big fan of spelunking. That's kind of fun. Going into things, finding like creatures that will attack her, and she just kills a bunch of stuff. That's fun for her. Really proving how strong she is. Going to like a place where there's a big tournament, like she would have really liked to go to or is it Terza or Carangarth? Which one of those is the city of 1,000 stadiums?
Carangarth.
Izal would have loved to go on to Carangarth. She probably plans on doing it at some point for vacation. Go there, win some tournaments.
That'd be fun.
Not for Caleb.
What?
Not for Caleb. Caleb's like, books. Give me books.
Caleb, he is actually about to do one of his perfect vacations. Delve into an elven ruin.
Got all kinds of elven ruins up north. You should just go there.
Well, they're everywhere in this DM's world.
Dig down. We were trying to put a new pipeline in and fucking hit 3 elven ruins. Jeez. And they started protesting.
I love how you're saying at the beginning of last campaign was there's elven ruins everywhere. And then the 3 major cities that we went to in that campaign all had elven ruins underneath them.
Yep.
And we didn't go to any of them.
Nope. We went to some dwarven ones. We didn't go to elven ones. We said, fuck that noise. Well, we did kinda, because that underground prison area was kind of part of an elven ruin that had the
it touched base into the city. It wasn't really delving into the ruins.
So you just want to that's your idea of a vacation?
Yeah. Okay. He enjoys searching out knowledge. Um, library is what he does in his free time, but delving into ruins was what he would want to do on a vacation.
Okay. I'll be there to make sure you don't get hit by some ancient elven guardian or something.
I
Like in
probably will
Skyrim,
anyways.
those giant dwarven golems that just come and kill people. Hell yeah, let's fight those. Another question. This one's for Jace. How does it feel making amazing graphics and overlays? It's just part of the job. I really appreciate that everyone likes it. I'm gonna eventually get rid of the one that we have up here for Jason with Jace, because that's not an original from me, and I take that shit personally. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it when every time someone says they like them, I like that. As it does take like 30 minutes to make these things, but I want to make sure they look good. Question for Kilmo: how in depth will you begin to read your spells after this last week?
Say it again.
How in depth will you begin to read your spells after this last week?
I'm working on implementing more flavor into my spells. I'm coming up with ways to do it. The problem is that when I'm in the moment,
Panic.
all thought goes away, and it's just mechanical Kilmo comes back out.
Say you do this. Excellent.
So it's going to be a work in progress of me having to read through all my spells and what I can do to make them have their own flair.
It's okay. You're white. You're not used to having flavor, so we'll let it pass for a little while. Just make shit up. Have make a little list and just keep it by like pick a spell. Like when I cast Mind Spike or Mind Sliver, I will say this. Like it's a pre-mentioned thing. Like I have a wizard whose their spells are backwards. Say the name like Magic Missile is Illisim Sigam. So it's Magic Missile.
Huh. Nice.
So all the spells are written in the spell book backwards, so I can say it the proper way. It's just a way of doing it. Don't take that one. It's very difficult to figure out how to like separate polymorph backwards and then separate it to where you can say it. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Gotta take that Eric phonetics rule and just shove it. Thank you for the 100 cheers. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a unicorn? Very nice. Woo. Someone gifted a sub. Oh, Rab gifting subs. Cool. All right, on to the next question. Kilmo, any sneak peek of what you are doing with level 4? We already said, yeah, you picked a feat.
I am picking a feat. I did go with the spell Detect Thoughts to go along with another spell cantrip that I have, Encode Thoughts. I like the idea of being able to essentially play out memories in my own head that someone else has. And it is something that I'm going to start trying to fiddle with as a character.
So,
and then I also
really should have picked that feat then, the telepathic feat.
That is on a list.
I remember when I made Kelder, I had several ideas of what I was doing, and he turned out to be like a druid at the end of it, without being a druid.
The thing is that I don't really like picking ASIs.
Feats are cool.
Feats are so good. There's a list of like 6 feats that I want for my character, and I'm only going to get 5. I'm like,
yes.
And one of them is going to be a ASI.
Yeah.
So
are you gonna max out your intelligence, or will it get maxed through process of feats?
It will get maxed through the process of using one ASI.
So that narrows it down to certain feats, because only certain ones can bump up your intelligence. So that
yes, and my intelligence is already a 16, so that Do what research you want with that.
That means you have to take 2 ASIs that bump up your intelligence, and then take 2 feats that bumps up your intelligence, and then an ASI. So,
Yep.
you could technically do it with all feats.
I could, but then I'd have to wait until level 16 to get 20.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth it because you have
Sometimes.
feats and options. Okay, on to another question. This one's for both of us. Who is most likely a liar and omits truths, and why is it Ziggle?
At this point, the one who omits probably Gander.
Gander omitting truths? Oh yeah, he's.
Oh, although he's gotten better with it because of Izal. Because of Izal.
Like, why are
but
we
he's the one who omits things.
Why are we lying to these people? We don't need to lie to them. Yeah, Ziggle. My theory is that Ziggle omits things because he's being controlled by the DM, and the DM's like, I'm just not gonna splurge a bunch of information. Ask the question.
He's also an ADHD goblin that does not have a very good train of thought. So it goes down one path. It's not going to go down the entire branching tree.
It's just a
goblin. And he did tell us about a list of like 20 monsters that we're going to be facing.
I mean, yeah, the monster manual. Just hold that up. It's like, any of these. Oh, damn. Silvery, long god dragon? That wasn't in there. I was thinking, when he was describing the thing that was deep under the mountain when Eric was, what was the thought that you had in mind? Because I know what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking aboleth.
I honestly had no idea. Because you are also a DM who reads the monster manual or has read through that type of stuff.
I memorize shit.
I really haven't. I'm purely player handbook reading character. I don't really read the DM's guide or the monster manual, although I wish I would, because it would be really fun to guess half of the monsters that are being put against us.
Well, I mean, I can identify it, but it's not going to help me. I'm a barbarian.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over there and hit it. Man.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. But
I just like, it's like playing Who's That Pokemon, but with monsters. You're like, ooh, that's a hook horror. Hooker.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
I'm going to run up there and hug it. I fought water and won. And I got a ring out of it. Yay.
I tried to put water to prone.
Turn you into a puddle.
That I didn't expect. The undead one, I should have thought about.
It's listed
I really should have.
At the bottom of the fucking spell.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, I should have thought of it because that's undead don't sleep.
They're restless.
Yes, and I should have thought of it, but I didn't. And then as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, fuck, that's in the spell.
Oh. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to work, but I was like, hell yeah, do it. It's totally.
But either way, Caleb may have not known it. So we'll go with that.
It's like every time you're holding it up in the book, your thumb's over that one part that says does not work on undead. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Gotta remember to lift up all the fingers. All right. On to another question. Question for both. Why does the title say Kilmo the Wizard has a grudge? I don't know why I put that.
Why? Because I was useless?
Because you're useless. You got anger issues now because of Eric.
I'll make up for it later.
Don't worry. We've been in plenty of fights with Eric where all of us were useless.
Oh yeah, it happens. Like all of us at some point are going to be useless. That's just the way it is. Like whether it be bad rolls or good rolls on the DM's part or complete incapacitation or someone going to the other side of the city while we go fighting demons. Whenever that happened to Kelder.
Hey. I thought it was the right idea. I was like, let's go over there, drop them off, make them safe. Watch you all go in and get in a fight. Like, oh, it sucks to be on. How stupid. There's violence over there. So I have a stat I'd like to bring up because I think it's kind of important considering your monumental failures of last session. Gander has been really putting the damage down and really setting things apart. Ironically, Gander dealt last session the same amount of damage that you have dealt all session, all campaign.
Campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He dealt 57 points, which is the most he's ever dealt.
And think,
yeah,
that is all because of the insistence of Ari. Because Ari would not, kept on badgering him about using his damn cannon.
Use the cannon. Look, if you have a subclass specialty, like the artillerist, your specialty is the eldritch cannon. That means you're just a regular plain old artificer without the eldritch cannon. So use the eldritch cannon. Use it.
Yeah.
Use one of your spell slots to use that, and now you have an active bonus action every turn.
And honestly, how many times do we get into that many fights where 4 spell slots in a day, at this level at least?
Yeah, you can
at the higher levels, we're gonna get screwed.
We can get into three or four fights a day.
Yeah. At this point,
you're fine.
At this point, we're good. But on the higher levels, you will have more spell slots for it, as well as
the eldritch cannon also does more damage too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, I like the fact that it can give you temporary hit points, which I was hoping, hey, drop some temporary hit points and then start dealing damage while people have the slight buffer on them. But he just used it for damage, which is fine either way.
Yeah.
But the point is to use
it.
So
does it give temporary hit points whenever you cast it?
You use your bonus action and it'll emit a field of everything within 10 feet of it that you choose gains a D, I think it's a D8 or D6 plus the intelligence modifier worth of temporary hit points.
Nice.
Which is pretty handy.
That's really good when there's that many people, when there's that many things getting hit. But if it's a one target, I would just do.
Yeah, you can launch it in the middle of everybody, give everyone a big buff, and let them go do something. But, the point is to use your Eldritch Cannon. Imagine if I didn't use Rage.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or Reckless.
And honestly, he probably wouldn't even have used it, or he probably wouldn't have, or Arthur wouldn't have complained as much if you hadn't have been played the character the day before.
It's shown what it could do. Like, look, this is what it could do. It could buff. It could deal a lot of damage. It could draw the ire of the DM right directly towards you. Like,
because I didn't know what it did.
I was like, oh shit, Jace is playing a character. I better go attack him. No, don't attack Gander. Don't attack the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It's effective, and his spells and infusions as he picks them will be interesting. Don't know what he picked for level 4, if he went ASIs or he went feats, but
yeah,
I don't know what he went. I think the only thing we know is what I picked. But mine's pretty obvious. When you see my Constitution jump up and my hit points jump up, it's pretty obvious.
That you've already stated it.
Yeah, got the toughness. Question for both of us. Oh, yeah. What was the most surprising bit from last episode?
The dragon.
That was pretty surprising.
The dragon or Gorbeck being alive?
I had a feeling like Gorbeck was alive, so I wasn't too shocked about that.
Well, I was. Calum was clinging on.
I hope.
Yeah.
Like, if he's alive, he's alive. The biggest surprise or something from that was the dragon that popped up. The mushroom people was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like that interaction. I like the telepathic bond thing that we had going for a little bit. That intrigued Caleb a lot. Uh, so yeah.
All right. Next question. Question for both of us. Did your characters actually think Gorbek was alive, or was it just wishful thinking that kept you going? It was a solid like 30% chance that Gorbek was alive, and Izal's eyes. Like 30%. That's pretty good.
Mine was about 60% alive, 40% death. It was at the beginning of realizing what had happened. It was about 90% alive and going down to 80, 70, and at that point it had gone down to 60. It was really getting disconcerting at that point. The further we went without any knowledge or confirmation.
I mean, there was no signs. Gorbek's really good at getting himself out of trouble just as easily as getting in trouble. As long as he didn't blow himself up, he should have been fine. So I was pretty confident. But 30%, considering my usual assumption is like 50% that he's alive in any given situation, I don't see him directly. It's only 20% drop. That's a pretty good standing. All right, so So we have gone through most of the chat questions. I'm going to switch it on over to the questions I have prepared, because I sometimes do that. All right, some of these questions I asked last time for Ari, so I'm going to double up on them, get your opinion on them as well. Do you think Ziggle's going to survive all this shit, or is he going to die? You think he's going to survive?
Yes.
Confidence for some reason.
He has so far he has been the least effective, but still been doing something to where he doesn't get targeted by the DM. That moment when he crits is going to be a sad moment in his life.
Going to get cleft in twain.
Yeah, that's when he's going to lose his head.
All right, on to another one. Have you put any thought into multi-classing to a different class?
Nope.
Straight wizard.
With all your I'm sorry, but if we make it to level 17, I'm going to have 9th level spells.
4 years.
Yeah, if that.
Okay, same with me. I don't plan on multi-classing at all. We already went over some of the stuff you've picked. You picked one. You told us one of the spells you picked, correct?
I have told you two. Actually, no, I told you one.
Yeah,
it was Detect Dots.
What about the second one?
That one will be Phantasmal Force.
Psychic.
Yes. All about control. I think it's an excellent spell for illusionary purposes. And it is very, very handy at doing a plethora of things.
You do know that you're probably going to have to describe what they see.
Yes.
So there's that. Add some salt and pepper to that spell.
That's why I'm choosing that spell, because I want to continue doing it.
All right. It's also a good way to get the monsters away from you. I was thinking Misty Step, so you can teleport away, but... Thank you, Rab, for the cheer. I was thinking if you could teleport away, that'd be fine. But Phantasmal Force can be used to confuse them and make them run away from you. Works the same.
Or make them think that I am in a different spot, dealing damage from a different spot.
Yeah. So anything, it can help get them away from you, which you have a terrible problem with. Just being right by a bad guy every time.
Unless I don't move. If I don't move, I don't get attacked.
No, you showed up, and then there was a zombie right next to you. You didn't move in that last one.
You're not wrong about that part.
It's like their vision is not based on movement. They attack the wizard. Okay. Oh, this ought to be good to piss off Eric. Who is your favorite DM?
The only other... Well, no, I did have Sean as a DM for one game.
Tanner's like, and why is it me?
Tanner DM'd like a couple games that I played in high school, but that was so long ago and so rules jacked. I'm not even going to consider those. Um,
Just getting angry.
I'm going to say Eric,
Okay, fine.
but I do like the freedom you allow your players. I haven't played in one of your games since high school, but I have watched you play, watched you DM.
You've done some one shots with me.
Yeah, but I do like the freedom that you allow your players to do whatever they want.
I'll figure it out as we go.
Yes.
Well, thank you. There's a lot of cheering going on. You guys doing something like the hype train or something? We got another question in for you. Question for Caleb. Why pick Abjuration Wizard instead of Illusion with your spell choices?
What spell's an abjuration spell?
Mage Armor, Shield.
Well, that's just because I get shot at a lot. But I also don't have shield. I just have mage armor.
Self-preservation.
But Phantasmal Force is illusion. So that question kind of confuses me because I haven't really chosen that many abjuration spells.
Yeah, your College of Scribes.
Yeah.
Spars is saying, which is Book Wizard, which is the wizard of being a wizard.
The Wizard of Knowledge.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Generalist wizard, basically.
All right, on to another question. I'm not going to do that one yet because it's part of this other one. Who is your favorite NPC so far?
Favorite NPC? That would be Mizak.
Mizak's your favorite?
Yeah.
He is pretty good. Very good at killing things. Not dying. Not a very
and
good.
Somewhere.
Thank you, Ari, for another cheer. He's also pretty good at, not disappearing down a river. So, how's the untrained kobold less chaotic than the goblin that is a bard?
Yeah.
On that note, the time for a little session of Bed, Wed, and Behead. I will let you pick 3 NPCs instead of just giving you them, like I normally do. You have to marry one, have relations with one, and kill one.
Huh?
Bed, Wed, Behead. It's fuck, marry, kill.
Okay. The problem is that
You don't remember any of them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I picked them for you. So
Go ahead.
between Mizak, Captain Silverleaf, and Aenart,
Who's that one?
the big acolyte that he's all
Oh, right.
needs to go back and talk to. Buy him some nice jewelry or something. I don't know what he likes.
Okay.
Ari in the chat.
Mizak or the other one?
Theofric, Mizak, or Captain Silverleaf. I never get his name, Theofric's name right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like me.
I would bed Theofric.
Yeah. We know where this is going.
Behead Silverleaf and wed Mizak.
You're gonna marry the kobold? Man, you and the small people. What would Gorbek think?
Compliment, maybe?
Would Gorbek live in like a shed? He's like, I thought we were buddies. Gonna kill Captain Silverleaf. Alright, fine.
I'm not attached to Silverleaf like Arthur is.
I know, you marry Mizak so you can get his green card. becomes a citizen now. Oh boy, that took. I think didn't Ari say the same thing of marrying? I think he married Mizak as well, but he killed the opposite. He killed Theofrit.
Ah,
That's why I give you the 3 options because Kilmo does not know the NPCs. Either do I though. So
yeah.
okay, I asked Ari the same question a while back because there's the talk about the next edition, air quotes, coming out in a couple years. What is something from 5th edition that you would like to change? Or is there something you'd like changed? Something you don't like?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about things I would like to change about 5th edition. A lot of things that I wanted to change in 3.5 and Pathfinder got changed going into 5th edition. So, and since playing those, Eric has given us a lot more creative freedom of what we want to do. So it's less intensive in that way. So I don't really have anything that I really want to change. What about you?
I kind of like it the way it is because the very first rule in the DM's guide is these are options. You don't have to use all of them. Play your game how you want.
Yeah.
So like part of the rule is play it how the fuck you want. You don't have to use all these rules. So like 5th edition's fine. I don't have
That's
any
the
issues.
thing is like
I would like the classes to be a little different. Similar, because I talked with Eric before, it was how the totem barbarian at each level that it gets something, it has an option to pick from. There's the I think the ranger, the hunter ranger has the same thing where it can pick from like 4 things when it gets its bonus to it. So if if the zealot barbarian at level 6 has an option of picking like between 3 things that are related to the zealot, that would be very interesting. That way you could really customize the character building up. But I think the optional rule set that they brought in helps that a lot. But those are just added on, not options.
Yeah, the only really thing that should be adjusted, and I think they have already started adjusting it, is the ranger. And they have it in Unearthed Arcana, I believe.
The revised ranger, which is so long gone and dead that it'll never become a thing. I'd like to see a non spellcasting ranger, but I mean that's just the fighter, so not really necessary.
Well, my thing is that the ranger is specialized between a rogue and a fighter, but you don't get any of the bonuses of either one. And you just get spells.
Expert tracker.
Yeah, but you can get that as anything else. So it's kind of moot in my opinion. Which is why my ranger that I played was 4 levels in ranger just to get the pet and the rest in rogue.
No, I'm pretty okay with most things from 5th edition. I don't have any. People have issues with death saving throws. I like them. People want death to be. It should be harder for characters to stay alive. They should die easier. It's like, why? If you want that, then do it. You don't have to make the rule set harder.
If you want that, just change it to -10 again.
Yeah, you can easily do that. That's literally just
the -10 thing from.
I fucking hated that in Pathfinder. Pathfinder was the same thing. -10, you're dead.
I have a barbarian with 200 hit points. Guess what? As soon as you go to -10, you're done forever. I do think that they should have like a hit point stack. So like if you get hit for 10, next time you get hit for 10 again, you're down to -20. Once you surpass your health, you're dead. But by chances, you're probably going to end up getting hit 3 times anyways and losing your death saving throws. So it's much simpler.
All right, on to a question here from the chat again. What NPC from a former campaign would you like to see return to the campaign? NPC? Well, I already know a few NPCs that are alive in the current campaign.
Dual wielding barbarian.
Shosker's dead.
Shosker.
He's very dead.
I know, but I want him.
His wife, technically, I guess, is alive. Izal's met her.
And then
Eloane
yeah.
the Seer.
I'd like to see the prince.
Prince? He'd be an old man. Like, he'd be an old man probably by now because the time difference. He'd probably be like 60 or 70, I believe.
Yeah.
Izal's in her 30s. It was born 20, 30, 40, almost 100 years difference. So yeah, it's been...
Oh.
Yeah, he's dead. Unless he's got some magic juju on him. He's probably dead.
Well, in that case...
Yeah, it's been like 200 years.
Jesus.
Hey, he could be a half-elf. We don't know how long.
Magic can also do some strange things to people.
Yeah, it can make you go crazy. What if he is alive and he's a lich now? The mad King Grice. The question was it bound by time? Well, you also limited it by the NPC being an NPC. I'd like to see some PCs from previous campaigns. I'd like to have a Kelder meeting or a knock meeting. Just because those are fun. Even though they're dead. Well, one of them is dead. The other one's just on duty, I guess. Hey, maybe I will meet Knock. Who knows?
On death duty?
First character who dies needs to meet Knock.
I would like to see that conversation.
Sup? Like, oh, you again. Yeah. It's been a while. Oh, they're getting healed again. See you in a little bit. Tater in the chat. Spuds, Dragonborn, Cerulean, so he could throw a shark again. That didn't actually happen. It was a good meme, though. Technically, he can be revived at any time.
Yeah.
In mint condition. I don't really care about him that much. Kelder cared about him. Izal doesn't give a shit. This is a nice landmark, though. Go find one of those trees.
Yeah.
We have something in the chat. Oh. Alright. On to another stat. I would like you to list the top 3 in kills, please.
Top 3 in kills?
Yes.
That would be...
in order of lowest to highest.
Lowest to highest?
Yes.
Number
3.
Arthur.
Okay. Number 2.
Red.
Number 1.
Izal.
First off, we all know I don't kill anybody, so you should have definitely not put me at the top of that list. The order at number 3 is Izal with 9. Number 2 is correct with Volred at 10, and Arthur with 12 at number 1.
Ooh.
Something people don't seem to remember. Arthur hits a lot.
Isn't it switched in damage though?
Yes. Because Volred overkills a lot of things. He'll do like 20 damage to something with 2 because it's asleep. But see, he gets a lot of crits. That's why his damage is so high.
So isn't Izal top of damage? Then it's Red, then Arthur?
I am top of damage. Izal is top of damage.
Yeah, but that's the way it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just flipped that.
Let's see. Gorbek has 4. Caleb has 1. Gander has 3. Mizak still has 2. So
I don't think I will ever get another one.
So technically, Mizak is still beating you.
That's fine.
2. I mean, he hasn't done anything. Eric, let me know if Mizak has killed anyone off screen. The damage wise, he's all at 419 currently. I did not add the damage that the DM has got yet. So we are not tied at 419. But I think the DM's like 50 ahead of me.
Oh.
He gets a lot more attacks. Yeah. That is it for the stats. Okay, now. What is a spell that you are looking forward to getting at level 5?
A spell I'm looking forward to getting at level
I mentioned
5.
some in the intro that are, pretty big.
Haste is a lovely one that I'm looking forward to. Problem with haste is the freaking slow that you get afterwards, or the stun that you get afterwards.
Yeah, that doesn't matter if they're dead.
Yeah, but you're not wrong.
I'm just saying. I want you to haste me. Never haste yourself. That's like a major rule. Never haste yourself, because then you're going to get hit and drop concentration and get fucked over.
Yes. The main one would be counterspell, because
We haven't fought any mages yet.
we haven't fought any yet. And when we do, it's going to be a very problematic thing.
We fought a few things that could cast like a spell.
Yes. Tiny Hut is another one.
Caleb's small condo.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to call it. I don't think we really have a choice. It's the DM's choice whenever he just describes it. Because I don't think Nock had a choice either.
Nock's diminutive yurt. I like Caleb's condo. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that's a good one. But yes, those are the major ones. Another one that I was thinking about were the summoning spells.
Ooh.
Because those can be very tricky and very elaborate.
Make sure you summon something you can put to sleep just in case.
Yes. My problem with summoning spells is that a lot of the ones that used to be around, when you stop concentrating on it, they turn on you. But I believe the ones that just recently came out don't work that way.
Yeah, they're like the little elemental Ifrits and stuff. Those are the ones
Yes.
that are... The weaker they are, the more likely they are to not attack you.
But,
Ari, are you doing a song for Haste Me? I don't know. Is it Haste Me today? I don't know. Not very good with the music.
I am definitely going to be more of a buffer than a debuffer, because debuffing is chance.
Buff? You could buff the monk, and that'd be cool, I guess. But you could buff the barbarian,
which does double the damage in a single hit.
Yeah. I mean,
if it gave the monk an extra 2 attacks, like a key, like using a key point does, I would haste the monk. But if not, I'm gonna hit the person who does the most damage in a single shot.
Bump my AC as well.
It's like casting haste on a rogue. You're doing a D4 damage.
Yeah, no one cares about that dagger.
Yeah, you want to haste the barbarian or the fighter.
Or the monk. The monk is a good haste target.
Yes, it is. After whenever they get to the
D8s.
fist weapon, that's when you start getting good. But if not, you're going to hit with a D6 weapon, which is half of what Izal's hitting with.
D8s plus rage damage.
And advantage.
And I give myself advantage.
Yep. So just another chance for another crit?
Yeah. I don't crit. I've crit
You
twice.
crit once.
One time. Yeah, I crit one time. Good times.
Are they fighting in chat?
They're talking about hasting and do haste.
Oh, do
haste
haste
me.
me, Kilmo. Jeez.
Do haste me, Kilmo. Do haste me, Kilmo. A druid monk, a drunk. That is correct. Arthur's got to develop a drinking habit now.
Do you have any thoughts of what Arthur's gonna go?
Druid?
Yeah.
He's gonna go. I don't know.
was
Either
curious.
circle. I would say circle the moon because there's the pool of like the glowy moony water thing. That's why the title I put was Lunar Waters, because it was like a moon thing.
Yeah.
So thinking moon druid. Could be land as well. Although he is an ocean person, so it could be ocean.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If he whatever he does, if he wild shapes into it, then you haste him. Wild shape a bear or something.
But also, being a druid, wild shaping, you get the unarmored
You get all
defense.
you get all of your stuff as a druid monk.
Yeah.
Nothing goes away.
Oh yeah, which makes it really good.
You can even add your wisdom modifier to your AC.
Yep.
If your wisdom and dex is higher than the natural armor of the animal you're changing into, then you can use your wisdom and dex modifier.
Yeah. So I think it'll be a very, very interesting turn of events once that starts playing out.
That's when Eric's gonna start fucking us over.
Yeah, and then I'll just cast polymorph you into a T-Rex.
I think that kind of weakens me. I'm all for it.
Well,
go.
my thing is that my heal is going to be polymorph. You're down to 2 hit points. You're getting polymorphed into something.
Have some more hit points. Neat.
Because it gives you what, an extra 80 hit points, which is
that's a T-Rex. T-Rex has like 120.
yeah, but that's if you're level 8. If you're level 6, you can transform into a gorilla, which has like 80.
Monk.
But yeah.
Monkey. Question for Caleb. As we near the end of the stream, can you roll a D percentile?
Yes, I can.
Really hoping for that 69.
4.
4? Congratulations, your divine intervention works.
Yeah.
4.
I'm okay with that divine intervention roll.
I got it to work once. Twice. I got it twice.
Yeah, and you cast it like every single
Yeah.
once every 3 episodes, I think.
Percentages.
And we had 120.
Yes. 4. Thank you for that final cheer. Yeah. It pops. The alert pops up on here. If you ever noticed.
Yeah.
They're kind of.
I like that it did 4 of them though.
4, 4, 4. I gotta get the talk to text up there, so if you put like a message, it'll start. A robot will say it out loud for you.
Oh. That'd be fun.
Unfortunately, you failed to specify what you're requesting, so it was wasted.
The specifics were
Help. Sure.
but
All competing.
that could be fun.
Okay. So you got your spell picked out later. I look forward to your level 5 spells. I hope it's not filled with scorpions. I hated that.
That was hilarious.
I hated.
And then I destroyed it.
We could have sold the scorpions, you jerk. An unlimited box of scorpions?
Yep.
You requested 4s. That's why we have a lot of 4s now. Man. I got a magic item. I could swim.
What item did you get?
I got swim.
Oh, right. and it gives you 40 move speed underwater, which is going to be.
I am speed.
It's going to give you a heck of a lot more than you had before.
I had half movement at 25, so I had 10. 25, 10. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna get you. Come closer to me, shark.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We got a couple of other items.
Boots,
I'm trying to remember what they were.
Those boots of trackless thing. You got the power stone.
Yeah, which I haven't had to use yet. I'm using that on my last second level spell because it saves up to third. So I'll be using it more once I get third level spells.
Got some moon touch stuff as well.
All right, moon touch stuff is worthless.
I mean, it's magic. It glows. You can like set it out as night lights. Just don't trip on the scimitar.
Yeah.
Could we use it as bait? I think we could use the scimitar as bait for fishing. Like get a big line, chuck it in the water, and some giant fish eats it, and it's a hook because it's a scimitar. And you just cut them on the inside.
That would be legit.
Yeah. Eric, you can't take back our gifts. We like them. We'd really like some more of them, though.
Yes, but whenever you specifically make a rule to make moon-touched weapons more worthless than they already are...
For those of you who don't know, the magic weapon damage resistance thing only counts if it has a magical enchantment that increases its +1, +2, or +3.
Yes, and yeah. So
Cool.
I understand the reasoning behind it.
No, Calypso, we're keeping them.
But the thing is that you're basically just giving it a cantrip of light. That's not even light. It makes it dim light.
Bad light.
So less than a cantrip of an enchantment. So it's basically worthless. Considering...
Speaking of worthless, thank you, Kilmo, for coming on to the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming in and asking the hard questions and the not-so-hard questions, like, who is your favorite NPC? Which is clearly me, Zach. It's everyone's favorite NPC. Thank you, Kilmo, for showing up. Thank you all for coming. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff that you know that we tell you to do. And as always, stay safe. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your coming up weekend. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye. See you next week.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wander. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so one, really won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar. See you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you is so one, really won't be pretty when it ends. Now how could I leave with your sweet love on me? Yeah, yeah. Something about you always makes it harder. When you got my lipstick on your white shirt collar.